All right, welcome, everyone. Misha Wilson here. I have a couple fabulous guests with me here today for this special call that I'm super excited for. Before we go ahead and dive into the call, please let me know with a quick yes in the comment section that you can see us and hear us loud and clear. Good to see so many people on here with us. Taria, Lindsay, Anna Brisa, Earn Success. I like it. Rob, Kristen, Gabrielle, and Norma. Good to see all of you guys on here with us. And looks like we have 35 people on here as of now, and that will continue to grow. Let me know in the comment section, please, that you can see and hear us loud and clear. Dirk and Muriel, you guys can hear me, correct?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Awesome. So I'll take your guys' word for it, and then we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. So as I alluded to just a moment ago, guys, I'm super excited for this call. I'm on this call with two of my favorite people in the industry, and I'm just excited to essentially take the student seat with this little kind of interview and learn from them. They're absolutely crushing it in their affiliate marketing game, truly living the laptop lifestyle, which I love about these guys. And again, they just bring so much value to our community. They're the fabulous Dirk and Muriel. They've been multiple six-figure earners in multiple different opportunities. So it's not just kind of chance luck that they found, the right thing at the right time. They have the skill sets needed in order to go ahead and create success. They've done it with us. They've done it with other opportunities, and they continue to do it to this day, while at the same time bringing just a tremendous amount of value to our community and to the overall marketplace as a whole. So with that said, Dirk and Muriel, how are you guys doing?
Amazing.
We're super happy because it's dry. We have like 48 hours of rain behind us.
It's rainy season in Costa Rica. That's where we currently live. And the weather is good.
And as you can see, we have an outdoor office. So
Yeah.
Love it. Hey, it's a tough life, right? You got to deal with the rain sometimes. I'm sure there are worse problems to deal with. But awesome. So I kind of, gave you the little MC intro there, and I know our community is super familiar with who you are, what you guys are all about, the lifestyle you guys get to live. But for those people who are on this call that might not be, familiar with you yet, or people who watch the replay, kind of, take a few minutes and fill us in. What's your backstory to get here? What brought you down this path? What are some of maybe struggles that you kind of experienced going down this path? What does that whole journey kind of look like? And then from there, what are some, of your biggest successes that you're most proud of that, you look at and say, that's kind of cool that we accomplished it. And how does that journey look for you guys?
First of all, not to forget, thank you, Misha, for having us. Like, we're grateful forever being part of the Sun community. Like, when when I hear your intro about us, I'm like, is that us? we're Dirk and Muriel, right? We just do our thing. But thanks to you, we can hit this stage. So thank you for highlighting that. But I want to highlight you. Thanks for all you do for this beautiful community and everything you've created here. And we're honored to, to be interviewed here. So the start of it all is
I think I'm
you
to blame.
started it.
I'm to blame. so far away, we always had this dream of being free, of being able to travel, and just to live a life where you feel happy and do the things that you like to do. And I can tell you, having a restaurant is not one of the ways you can do that. So, but I thought it was. So I started that journey in 2004. Had restaurants over a decade, 12 years. It grew, it was successful, but I was already working 70 hours a week. I bought another one, even bigger restaurant, because I thought more revenue is more freedom, but it was more work. I could not work anymore, overlooked a few business things, and more or less hit bankruptcy with the newest place, and created a $300,000 debt almost overnight. And I was happy to be able to pay, I think, about $10,000 or $15,000 to get out of the rent lease and turn into keys, and then it stopped. So that brought us back to square one, where we maybe started 12 years before, without any, nothing to show for anymore, and
only my job
only
as a
your
social
job.
worker.
Yeah. And that was definitely not going to cover the $300,000 debt and the misery we were in. So we were looking at the future of working at least 10 to 15 more years to get out of that and to bring everything back to normal. But now looking back, what's happening in the world, it would have mostly will take us a lot more or a lot longer.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy. I started to search for different ways. I mean, this was not it. We had two small growing up kids who I've never, I did not even see them that often. Almost if I saw them, then they were asleep. So, yeah.
And I was already working double shifts.
Yeah,
I
you
did
were
night
working.
shifts as a social worker. No matter how hard I worked, I could never earn more. I was at the highest earning level in my job. I was highly educated, but I could never earn more no matter how hard I worked. So we were really in a position where we were with our back against the wall. And I was super familiar with being a hardworking social worker, but he had something in him that at the end saved us, and that was just doing his search online to literally find a way to earn money online.
So basically, my thoughts were, if we really hit bankruptcy totally and they take everything away, I'm sure I can, steal a phone and a laptop, have them behind. And so I had those two things. I think, how can I make money with these two objects? I've seen it happening. I see all these, mostly kids, online, like making a lot. So how do they do that? So that's how the thought process started. We started to look in that. We tried many things, and
Let's be real, I started super skeptical. I was like, are you freaking out of your mind? Like, this cannot. No. If people ask us, is this really what? I'm like, I started skeptical, but the fast forward.
Almost 2 weeks, he did not talk to me.
He saved our back. He just did it anyways. He said, you know what? I made this mess. I'm going to solve this mess.
Well, what is important to say is that we tipped our toes in the water, in the ID.
Mm-hmm.
And we kept our toe wet for about a year and nothing more. And surprisingly, nothing actually really happened. And then I said to Muriel, okay, we either do this or, we're not doing it. So we made a decision, and that's why she didn't talk to me for about 2 weeks, because I swiped my credit card and I say, I'm going to get this education, and we are all in, we go for it. And this is the only path why we're going to do it.
You know how my skepticism changed into like seeing the potential of this? I think that's really worth for a lot of people to hear.
Yep.
First of all, we're Dutch. Dutch people are well known as being very down to earth and very, show it first. So I was super skeptical. But Dirk was doing, implementing everything that he got us access to. And implemented it. And we were sitting at the couch. And we were both working hard and seeing income coming in, right? And there was this moment after a long time, a little struggling, and he was like, believe me, it's going to happen. We saw our first dollar commission rolling in. Literally, while we were offline. It was $1. What is $1?
I think there's still a video somewhere around.
Yeah, we have somewhere a video. We screamed.
Faces.
The kids were in bed. They came out of bed like, what's going on? The neighbors later asked us like, what happened? Are you okay? Were you robbed? No, something else. So that opened up the door.
And they look at you, $1? Yeah, but it worked.
It was not $1, Misha. You probably can imagine. I hope everyone can feel this. It is the opportunity. It is like something else showed to be possible. So it opened up our belief system. And when that dollar came in, that was the first of, accelerated, fast forward. Today we experience, and some people might have seen it,
well, I think that taps on the biggest accomplishment. Is actually the first one was to pay off all our debt.
Yeah.
Do job free. Yeah. A year later, we sold the restaurant. And in 2017, we were on holiday here in Costa Rica and thought, hey, we can do that here as well. There's internet. So we closed our laptops in 2018 in the Netherlands, and we moved to Costa Rica.
That was a long intro.
Sorry, and then we make it short. And then in 2019, we bought here about 5.5 acres of our own land here, almost near the beach, and we live a very chill out life in between outer monkeys. I think that is the biggest accomplishment.
I love it.
They're chewing behind us. If you hear
truly living the lifestyle, and you guys just had a $20,000 day, or close to a $20,000 day. So it's
I wasn't sure if I could have mentioned that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are absolutely killing it, and I love your story because there's a few things that I kind of want to pick apart. I mean, firstly, I think a lot of people dive into business, dive into the online world even, and oftentimes it's like anything that can make me money, right? And sometimes that's not necessarily the best path to take, because when you get to the point where you are making money, you're kind of like, holy crap, I'm making money, but I don't really like this, right? I'm making money, but I'm chained to my laptop. Some people, even in the online world, end up in the exact same place that you were when it comes to running your restaurant. And so I think it's vitally important for everyone on this call to stop and kind of get clear on what you actually want and then what you don't want, and then build a business essentially that'll get you to that point, like they have, like you guys have, where the business is really a means to an end, which is a cool lifestyle and, you know, living the life that you guys want to live. So I love how you guys kind of mentioned that. And then also the fact that you made that first sale, right? I mean, I can remember my journey and kind of making that first sale. And it's always that first sale. It's kind of like this proof of concept where you have so many, we're our own worst enemies so oftentimes when it comes to lack of belief and lack of, God, I don't think I can do it. God, Keisha can do it. Dirk and Muriel can do it, but I can't do it, right? We have all those kind of weird limiting beliefs. And oftentimes you make that first $1 sale. And even though it's only $1, even though you might have, you know, ran a campaign that wasn't profitable to make the dollar sale, it's still kind of like a holy crap, this actually works, right? And oftentimes that dollar sale is actually cooler. I would, you know, reason to believe that that dollar sale felt cooler than that $20,000 day that you guys had a few weeks ago. And they're both awesome, right? I'm not judging the $20,000 day at all. I'll take that all day long. But that first sale is always kind of the thing that allows you to realize, all right, this actually works. And then once you have that belief, as long as you keep learning and kind of keep, you know, finding your skill sets and moving down that path, you guys, you know, are living proof that you can absolutely crush it. So I love how you guys said that. Guys, let us know in the comments section. Are you guys getting value? Let us know with a quick yes if you guys are getting value in YouTube. If you guys are on Facebook, give us some comments, likes, hearts, and shares. April says, what a wild but still relatable story. Absolutely. Everyone kind of sees the ultimate end result of success, and they say, oh, they've just always kind of been successful. And I love diving in and kind of getting a feeling for the story, because you see some of the stuff that's gone on behind the scenes, and we all have it. We've all had the struggles, and getting through the struggles is what ultimately allows you to get to where you guys are today. So leading into my next question, I have a feeling I know the answer to this when it comes to just kind of the lifestyle you guys are living. But obviously you guys at this point, you know, have come from quite a few different business models, even in the online world, right? You guys had the restaurant, and then after that you got started. You've been through different business opportunities that I know, different education programs, etc. And so, you know, having the experience and the context and perspective that you guys do, what do you guys like most about affiliate marketing as a vehicle for yourself, then for the person who's maybe brand new, just getting started? And then from there, what do you like about the SAN community that kind of drew you here and keeps you guys engaged? Because you guys provide a ton of value, and we truly do appreciate it.
Shall I kick off with this one?
Yeah, yes,
and
sure.
then
Yeah, sure.
That's a great. I love this question because I think this matters to all brand new people, right? That's who are watching right now. So because I see the difference now with affiliate marketing business and a restaurant business, we were always being taught that a traditional business, work hard, work with your hands, is the best. That's the environment we come from. And still a lot of people are born and raised with that value, right? Now, what do we see these days with all the changes in the world? Even more, affiliate marketing is so awesome to get started with from scratch without you have any product or a business whatsoever. If you don't have skills online, if you don't need inventory with affiliate marketing. You don't need an office. Like, his rent was thousands of dollars per month for the restaurant. You don't need rent. Now we sit in our outdoor space, but even if you're homeless, you can do this under the bridge when you have a laptop and Wi-Fi. Perhaps it sounds weird, but actually it's true, right? You just need an internet connection and a device, right? So affiliate marketing, you can do it with the minimum of resources. Like, yes, we also were a little bit in MLM, like years back. We tipped our toes in the world of that. Oh God, I'm so tired of building teams and just you don't need a team here. You don't need to do whiteboard presentations. You don't need to bug your friends and family the way that Sun is teaching it. And I will cover what we love Sun most in this whole affiliate marketing business model. But basically, if we compare with what we were used to, what everyone accepted, the restaurants versus affiliate marketing, 100% online, the way that Sun is providing this, right, step by step, is that everyone can basically do it as long as you have a laptop, a smartphone is very handy, and an internet connection.
Yeah, definitely.
And you don't need skills. And why is it?
You don't need skills.
No, you don't need skills. You don't
Of
need
course, you
skills.
need skills.
Yeah, you need skills. You don't
You
need
don't need
skills
all
to
of
get
the skills.
started. To get
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, sorry.
To get started. When you start as a restaurant owner,
You don't need skills.
you don't need
You
skills.
really don't need skills.
Freaking messed up,
I
man.
can't even.
Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah, what's the problem?
No, skills can come along your way. What I wanted to highlight is you don't need skills to make sales at the beginning. Of course, if you want to grow a strong position online, which is very important, skills is everything, right? Skills is the gold. Knowledge is the gold. But without a vehicle business model as affiliate marketing, I think you cannot make a lot of money. But why do we love Sun? Okay, why do we love
So
Sun?
I want to
Okay,
attribute as a business model. I like it because what you say, you don't inventory, no place, but you don't have staff members. You can just do it from out of the jungle wherever, and that is for me freedom. I had 25 staff members in each restaurant, and it was always a hassle, even on holidays. And so I'm very happy with that. But what I love most about Sun in all the well, like you said, all the things that we've seen pass by over the years and programs and blah, blah, is what I truly value and really like about Sun is the community. And it sounds maybe it's like, oh, community, but it's so important.
you cannot do this by
And
yourself.
I don't like the phrase like-minded people, but hey, if you're in it together, and together you always know more. And it's the community is for me what's killing.
Yeah, well, and what I also love about Sun is that we were not brand new when we started with Sun. We were already marketers, right? But we were at the down moment of so entrepreneurship goes like this. We were very low. We had seen a lot of challenges, and we found Sun. And also for seasoned marketers as us back then, you lifted us up to get to a next level. So what we love Sun for is it's for brand new people who just want to start a business and don't want to start a traditional business. Boom, affiliate marketing, Sun with its caring community. But the caring and high trained advisors who work with your leads, like I call it leads, but work with your first affiliates. Suppose that you have a couple of people hitting your link as brand new person. You start with Sun, you have some people starting with you. That's called now you have some affiliates. There is a team of highly trained advisors who's taking over the selling and telling for you. Well, for us, it was a relief because for everyone, that should be a relief. You don't have to talk with anyone. You don't have to understand what affiliate marketing is. You don't need to have your first results yet to show.
You don't have to explain.
No, you don't have to explain anything.
Super nice.
And this team has been proven to be so caring because we have a connection with our leads because of the way we market. And that's what we're going to tip on at the event. How do we market? How can you do that too? But our members are always so full of gratitude for the team, for the advisors, for the coaches. And no matter if it is a brand new person they got started with, or with us, or with other top earners, the sales team don't care about who they got started with. They work their butts off for everyone. So this is a huge part of freedom, a freedom-based business, that you don't have to do the selling and telling. And Sun proved to do that really well. And not for nothing, Misha, your company is registered with the Better Business Bureau. Come on, because we have.
Finally, you said it right.
Yeah, so I had to practice the because it's also an aerobic class, BBB, breast.
That's your belly and something
Yeah,
else.
that's also important. But Better Business Bureau, a lot of skeptic people. I don't like the word, but I just want to drop it out there.
If it's new.
Yeah. If it's new, you win in the list of all things we have promoted and still promote. This is the most, visible, proven to be acknowledged company out there. Boom. So we love Sun for so many reasons, and we just love the community. We love we love you as a person. We've met you. Yeah, I can talk about
I mean, again,
well,
I'm super. I mean, you guys are making me feel good, but the truth is, I'm just really blessed to have an awesome team and an awesome group of people that I work with. I mean, you guys mentioned the advisors, and there's also, I mean, Amber, Judith, Clinton, Jal, Brian, everyone who works so hard behind the scenes. That's kind of ultimately what makes the whole thing run round. And I tell people I just kind of get to come out on these calls and take the praise for it. So I'm really, really, really blessed to have an awesome staff. And I wasn't ever kind of in a circumstance where I had a business like a restaurant like you had, Dirk, and you guys, ran for years. And at the same time, I kind of am blessed to a lot of people, I think, look at their staff with resentment and God, I have these employees. I have an amazing team. So I'm blessed in that regard. But I do see for the person who's brand new, it just isn't necessarily the thing. There's so many skill sets that you need in order to manage people and KPIs and dashboards and critical drivers and targets and all of these things to make a team run effectively that I'm lucky enough to have learned, and you probably did with the restaurant. Yet at the same time, when you're brand new, it's literally impossible. And so if you can get started with a business model that allows you to focus on the one thing of getting people to a website or just getting, leads in the front door like Sand does, or, anything for that matter, just affiliate marketing in general, it allows you to kind of, metaphorically have the training wheels. And then once you have the training wheels, get to a point where ultimately you can create your own products and go out there and crush it with your own business. And we love to support you no matter what you guys want to do. So that's why I love the model, and you guys said it better than I did, but thank you guys for the kind words. And obviously you guys are our speakers, or some of our speakers, for the upcoming Profit Nitro event. We just went ahead and announced the dates, October 8th, 9th, and 10th. These guys are going to be sharing, tremendous value. They always do at our events. This is going to be a virtual event. And with that said, I mean, you guys just had a $20,000 day. You guys are six-figure earners, and just about everything that you guys touch, you guys are constantly on the cutting edge of what's working right now. Right before we hopped on this call, you kind of talked about how you guys are transitioning a little bit within your marketing right now. And so I'm super curious. I mean, maybe just share one or two things that's working really well for you guys right now that you guys are going to be sharing at the event, and that's driving commissions for your business, like right now here today. What's working right now?
You first.
No pressure.
Yeah, I tend to talk a lot more than he does.
It's interesting. So no matter how long you work online, you always have your or work anywhere probably. You always have your challenges. So we were super crushing it with Facebook ads and went forward and then shut down because there's new algorithms. And I talked with Facebook hours and hours, and they say even we don't understand what's happening. But that is not the point here. New challenge. So learning new things, learning new skills brings you somewhere else. We always do a lot of videos on YouTube anyways. So I thought, hey, maybe we can advertise on YouTube. So I dive into that and educate in that. But I discovered one thing, and actually that is something I probably discovered years ago and always implement. But sometimes you have to stop and think, what's working? What is actually, what is the special source that is working? And the similarities here, and I will dive deeper into that on the event. I want to share this because it is so important. And that's how we started this whole video, this whole interview, is storytelling and the importance of storytelling. You can run an ad on Facebook and say, join me in Sun, and it will never happen. You will probably lose your account anyway. But besides that, but hey, because people are not, what I learned, people do not join businesses. People join people. People buy from people. And so that know, like, and trust factor, there's nothing more than powerful than A, video, and B, your story. And maybe you say, but I don't have a story. We all have our story. And maybe I don't resonate with your story, but there are tons of people out there that do resonate with your story. And but how do you tell your story? How do you craft it? How do you make it? What ingredients have to be in there, and to bring people over in that way, to like, yeah, that's something that I want. I mean, I know people that market with look, I bought a Ferrari, super awesome. I cannot even drive it off the driveway here because it's like big potholes here, so I get stuck. But my dream is to live outdoor and just to live outdoors. I mean, 99%. We only sleep inside, and that the bus behind us is my son's room. So we have a big land, and he says, "Oh,
People call us crazy. You live in a
let's
bus?
buy a bus, and
We
then
think
in
it's
his
fun.
room." It's
Yeah.
awesome. He's 11, and it's just
My
awesome.
childhood, pretty much.
Right? And so to make that possible, but storytelling, that is so crucial.
Yeah, basically storytelling in paid advertisement on Facebook and YouTube,
Yeah.
right? So that has been proven to be the special sauce. And when you ask us, so what you're gonna talk about at the event, yeah, I think that's a very good, valuable asset for people to learn. And everyone has a story, right? So um, advertisement you can learn, it's a skill you can just follow step by step, but your story, if you learn to tell it the right way, you can attract the right people. And Dirk's gonna cover that at the event.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we have YouTube ads running right now, and one thing that's really nice is YouTube, at least from our experience, is a little bit more okay with marketers. They're not necessarily as finicky when it comes to compliance, and so it's one of those things where you don't need to worry so much about what you say or what you don't say. Worst case scenario, it tends to have an ad turned off or disapproved, and then you're kind of good to go. Is that essentially your experience as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it. And you guys, I mean, essentially ran on YouTube or on Facebook for so long, and now you're transitioning to YouTube. Are there similarities where you're running Facebook ads in video format and now you're running YouTube ads, obviously in video format? Is there similarities that people can pull, or is it two totally different kind of, platforms with two totally different approaches and a totally new skill set people have to learn if they've been doing Facebook?
Well, the physical act of placing the ad, of course, is different. Two different platforms, but there are definitely similarities in that.
Yep.
But that skill set that's not very difficult to learn. That's some technical skills. But what kind of ads you place? My experience here now is that there's the similarity is in the storytelling. I even when there's an overlap, I ran my YouTube ads. I created the videos in a way that I also could use them on Facebook.
Nice.
And I ran the same YouTube ad on Facebook, and it performed really, really well. So video is actually the perfect way to. It's actually every time again. It's video. What makes it.
And you know what's the thing, and that's why I choose, because I thought long, what will I cover at the event? What can bring massive value, especially for the brand new person or for the person who's doubting him or herself? Like, am I good enough? I'm not successful enough. So why should I be able to make it in this industry? Like, and that brought me back to, so why is storytelling and video so well working? Well, because people can identify them with you. And that brought me back, like, so if I would start at square one again, like being back with my back against the wall and just have all the reasons to do something new and go into affiliate marketing, I was full of doubt. I wasn't sure if I was good enough. I didn't have skills. I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't have a product. I didn't have a service. I didn't have anything. And I learned actually later on, looking back, and that's what I'm going to touch on at the event, practical implementation things on how you can use yourself, full of all imperfectness, as the perfect vehicle to inspire people to do what your vision is. So hear me out. You don't need to be able to show financial results like you showed, you throw it all over the place, Misha, that we made like $20,000 commissions. When you would have told me this 8 years ago, I would never believe that was even possible. So for those who are on square zero, thinking, is this even, how can I have no results. I have no freedom lifestyle. I'm not Dirk and Muriel. I'm not all the other top earners. No, but we started at square zero, no, below zero, sharing some specifics are imperfect us, and we still, everyone is imperfect, even the top earners are imperfect, but how you can lead others seeing you as the authority even when you're brand new online. And there are some tips and tricks everyone can apply, but I'm gonna touch on those. I'm gonna touch on how you can lead people as yourself, even when English is not your first language, even when you make typos. I still make typos in my emails because I'm Dutch. I'm not, it's my second language. And I believe everyone can do it as long as you implement a couple of things and have the right mindset and just pull yourself up and be confident. Of course, mindset is a big thing. One of the things that Sun touches a lot on. So yeah, I'm going to give those things away at the event. Things that you can literally start implementing right away.
Awesome. No, I mean, I love it. And one of the things you guys touched on for everyone on this call, I think it's worth circling back and noting, the need or the not need for social proof, right? Do I need it? Do I, can I create the success that Dirk and Muriel are? I don't have the $20,000 day yet, etc. And the truth is, you're talking about two things. You're talking about social proof and you're talking about stories. And I always tell people that you can have a lot of success without social proof. You cannot have success without a compelling story. I mean, the three things are, do you have a market, do you have an offer, and do you have a story to sell that offer to that market? If you have those three things, you have the story, the offer, and the market, you can absolutely crush it. Now, does social proof help? Yes. If you can have, a screenshot here or a video testimonial there, etc. Once you have those assets, you can absolutely leverage them and use them and put them everywhere, and they will help. But the truth is that if you have all of those assets, if you have the $20,000 day, if you have the, video testimonials for days, but you don't have the story that allows people to relate, that allows people to identify, that allows people to see, wow, Dirk and Muriel were once just like me, and now they're here. If you don't have that origin story that ties into your offer the way you guys are so good at doing it, no matter how much social proof you guys have, nothing happens because people are naturally skeptical. And the story, the relatability, the identification, that's what allows people to have the bond with you to get to a point where they're comfortable buying. If you just, inundate them with more hype, and there's no bond, all that does is increase, at a rapid rate, the skepticism level, because it looks more and more and more fake the more social proof you add. And it ends up kind of just looking like a scam, which we've all seen those kind of offers, right? And so for everyone on this call, if you're at a point where you're saying, God, I want to do this thing, but I don't have a $20,000 day, what am I supposed to say? If you can just genuinely lead with, and for everyone who heard, Dirk tell his story earlier, if you can lead with your story like Dirk did in a way that allows you to feel relatable to the market, allows the market to feel relatable to you, ultimately that's the $1 million secret, and that's kind of the secret sauce. And I'm super excited to learn once again, because I've heard Muriel's training on storytelling, and I'm also super excited to learn about the nitty gritty stuff when it comes to YouTube from Dirk. So I'm excited for your guys' presentations, but for everyone on this call, realize that if you're in a tough time right now, or if you're not producing the level of result that you want to produce quite yet, it is part of the journey. And if you can be okay with that and understand that this tough time that I'm going through right now is ultimately going to be my greatest asset once I break through, and understand, as cliche as that sounds, it is absolutely true. You guys will have an asset you can leverage for years to come, like Dirk and Muriel are still doing on this call. So love that you guys touched on that. And I'm excited to learn from you guys at the event. And let me know, guys, in the chat box, are you guys getting value? Let me know with a quick hashtag value in the chat box. We have 92 people on here live with us. Let us know on Facebook. Give some comments, likes, hearts, and shares if you guys are getting value. And I appreciate your guys' time so much, guys. We have 92 people on here. To kind of wrap up, I guess my question would be, obviously we have the Profit Nitro event coming up October 8th, 9th, and 10th, virtual event due to everything that's going on in the world. But what has the impact of events been on you guys in your journey? Did you have any key breakthroughs, kind of internal transformation or external strategies or tactics learned? What has that process looked like when it comes to getting to events? And what would you say to the person who's, on the call right now, thinking about attending the event? Maybe they've bought their ticket, maybe they haven't committed mentally to being there for all 3 days, right? They're like, God, this event looks cool, but I don't want to spend 3 days in front of my computer. What has the impact of events been on you in your journey? And what would you say to that person who's thinking about showing up to this one?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Guys, we're looking back. Look at picture this. We are from the Netherlands, and for every event we went, and that was, we started out with there were 4 events a year
in the United States.
In the United States, we flew all the way to the US, 2 kids living with the grandparents, the flight, the hotel costs, the food, the event, I mean, for us, it was like a $4,000 or $5,000 investment every event. So
which we borrowed from
which we
family.
borrowed
We
in the
didn't
beginning
have that.
because we got it that on events, literally at events, it happens. There are so many golden nuggets we did not learn in trainings. We did not hear events is what happens, right?
Events is where it happens, and also this is what we've learned, and this is why you are so freakingly lucky to just be in front of a laptop instead of being out of your life and taking care of kids and stuff and businesses and jobs to be there. The people with the biggest, this is because we were doubtful, should we go again to an event? And then one of our mentors that time said, this is what I've seen over the years, Dirk and Muriel, the people with the biggest commitment who come from the furthest, who attend anyways, no matter how busy they are more bound to be successful. And we printed this, we tattooed this in our brains, like, yes, we're gonna go anyways.
Yeah. And he also said, how you do anything is how you do everything. So
Yep.
I thought, you know, if I skip this, what else will I skip? He said it to us, and it just hit me. It's like, oh yeah. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. What maybe could help? I thought it's in this crazy time in this world. It's online, so it's super easy to attend. Just be there. But if you, and that's the benefit of having a community. Maybe there are people around you in your area that are in the community. Maybe you can hook up. I don't know if it's a possibility. You can, you know, be accountable, have each other accountable, and show up together at the event. Maybe make it a little event for yourself and be at the event. But attending the event is so super
that's
important.
brilliant, and this is what I wanted to highlight in these weird transitional times where a lot of offline stuff is not possible, unfortunately, because the energy of these offline events were incredible. But you can recreate this kind of yourself online. It's all about community, whether that's offline or online. You're not on your own. This is a time where a lot of groups of people are torn apart, like because of value this, value that, opposite, blah blah blah. But come on, we need each other more than ever. If you are organizing this event, Misha, then everyone watching not grabbing this to be part of this community that has your back through thick and thin, that has been proven to us over the years. You were with us in our transition to Costa Rica. You know, you know, we earned commissions in Super Affiliate Network while we were in the plane in our big move to Costa Rica. I could not do it without community, especially not this time. So if you're in your home or you're like locked up in specific areas where people are not even able to be on the streets because there's an evening clock again, like sit behind your laptop and make it your own solo party, and know that there's thousands of others being able to attend with you, because that's the power of events. There's no limitation of people, and you can meet people from all around the world, even more, especially the people who were never able to fly to an offline event. They were able to attend now as well. So I think it's a big win. We can be a bigger community, a bigger, more powerful community. And I would really highlight, be there behind your laptop for 3 days and make some snacks for yourself, and make perhaps even you, what Dirk said, like hook up with others. And to make it a little like how people watch a ball game or a soccer game together and organize something. Do anything you can do to make it your own private 3 days event. Just wow, you're gonna be learning so much. It can accelerate all the results you have. See your success as a giant bamboo tree. I use this comparison like for years. You don't see it grow underneath the soil. Lots of things are happening. It can take a long time. It can take a little bit shorter. Depends on where you live, how you nurture it, but it will happen. Most of success happens underground, and most people only see the tip of the iceberg. But underground, when you nurture it, when you give it water, food, and in this case, education, community, action, love. Am I hitting you? Sorry. But then that little plant will grow, and being a part of events is a massive vitamin for your business.
Absolutely.
It's actually, you cannot do without. You cannot do without. Period.
I mean, again, you said so many things there, but the fact that, I mean, Dirk, you mentioned that how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And that's so critical for everyone to understand when it comes to this event or anything else, right? This live stream, for that matter. The person on this live stream right now that got here on time, showed up on time, was here from second number one, has been taking notes the entire time, has urgently been looking at how they can implement everything after this live stream. That is the person that ultimately is going to achieve success. And if that's not you right now, right, maybe you're at a little bit of a different point in your journey and you're still planting seeds to once again have success in the future. And the truth is that, you know, everyone sees the end result, like I talked about earlier, but that end result is the accumulation of so many small things, so many small mindset shifts. You know, mental success is 90% mental and 10% external. And so if we don't have everything dialed in internally, which is one of the biggest things that events help us with ultimately, because we're around a community, we're immersed in a community, a culture, and essentially an environment where you can see, you know, a person just like you that used to be, God, this person used to be literally exactly where I was or worse than where I was, you know, just 3 years ago. And now they're making six figures. And when you see that over and over and over again, the tactics and the strategies and the skill sets that you learn and that you gain from the event are absolutely priceless, but also the shifts in belief. And I know the company that you guys were a part of, and that company did some things amazingly well. And I would say the thing that they did better than any company that I've ever seen is they allowed people to shift internally and have internal breakthroughs with their events and with their culture, probably better than anything else. And that's one of the huge benefits that you guys can gain from the event. So what I would highly recommend, I mean, if you guys can find someone in your area and make it a party, absolutely do it. Look, come to the event. The one thing that I can promise is that, like, you know, Dirk and Muriel said, whether you guys agree with COVID, whether you hate COVID, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, whether you're, no matter what you are, you guys will have a community of people who care about you, who want to support you, who want you to succeed, and who ultimately, you know, want you to rise up and crush it in your business, because the more value that you can bring, the more value you can all bring to the entire marketplace, the better off everyone will be. And I want to have all 94 of you guys on interviews like this at some point in the future, interviewing all of you guys with your success. So with that said, Dirk and Muriel, I appreciate you guys so much for showing up here live with us. Guys, as always, let us know in the comment section. Give a quick thank you to Dirk and Muriel for investing 45 minutes of their time here with us today. And with that said, Dirk and Muriel, do you guys have any parting last words for everyone on here?
Wow. Just don't stop. Just continue. Because, you know, for me, it has always been, oh, I can always start a new restaurant. Oh, that's so bad. I just continue. Nothing. Just continue and you will get
Focus
there.
on your dreams. Yeah. Just do it. Yeah. It's possible. And we believe in you. It's how it's done.
Awesome. I can't say it any better. I appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you, everyone on this call. And we will see you guys at the Profit Nitro event, October 8th, 9th, and 10th. Till next time, guys, over and out. See you guys.